Here are all the big F1 storylines you need to be following headed into this weekend's Dutch Grand Prix. Your first storyline: how will Max Verstappen perform at his home Grand Prix? Max Verstappen has an absolutely incredible record at Zandvoort. Ever since his home Grand Prix was added back to the F1 calendar back in 2021, Max has won every edition of it aside from last season's where he finished P2. However, Max is entering the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix in some of the worst form he's been in since 2021, with not a single podium through the last 4 Grand Prix for him. If there's any circuit that Max will want to return to the podium at, and is more than capable of doing it at, it is Zandvoort. So I cannot wait to see how he performs in front of that iconic sea of orange-clad Dutch fans this weekend. Your second storyline: are we about to have another wet and wild Dutch Grand Prix? As of the time of this recording, rain is in the forecast for all 3 days of the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix race weekend. We had a rainy Dutch Grand Prix 2 seasons ago, and it made for one of the races of the 2023 season where there were 3 retirements and an Aston Martin and Alpine car somehow both ended up on the podium. Rainy races are always chaotic, but they're made even more chaotic due to how short Zandvoort is, which makes pit windows huge, as well as due to Zandvoort's tricky banked corners and roller coaster nature that allow for drivers to take bold lines in the wet if they have the grip. If we do get rain this Sunday, the drivers are not the only ones who are going to need to buckle up. Your third storyline: the Lando Norris vs. Oscar Piastri World Drivers' Championship title fight rolls on. While McLaren as a team all but sealed up the World Constructors' Championship even before the F1 summer break somehow, the 2 McLaren drivers are locked in a dead heat when it comes to the World Drivers' Championship. And considering just 9 points separate the 2 Papaya drivers through the season's first 14 races, it's looking like it'll stay that way from now all the way through the end of the season, which would be amazing. With margins this slim, every single race matters in a big way, meaning this weekend's Dutch Grand Prix, and every race afterwards, could eventually be known as the race that won one of them the title. Maybe it'll be Zandvoort. In your final storyline, there are some big driver rumors going around right now. Most notably, it's rumored that Cadillac, F1's American 11th team that's joining the grid next season, will be announcing both of their drivers soon, maybe this week even, with the rumor mill claiming that they'll be announcing Checo Perez and Valtteri Bottas in what will be a very solid driver lineup. In addition, there are also rumors that IndyCar champion Alex Palou could be joining Red Bull to replace Yuki Tsunoda in what will be a move that would break motorsport if it came true. Hopefully at least one or maybe all 3 of these driver rumors are resolved this week in Zandvoort so that silly season can heat up, as it's been kind of tame ever since the whole Christian Horner thing.